right, everybody. Welcome to the Value Script podcast, where we bring value every episode for the everyday person. I am your host, Lonnie Carmichael, and I am joined by my beautiful co-host, the lovely and amazing Meredith Carmichael.
Got a haircut.
Did.
Looks good.
Thanks.
She was going to go more.
I was going to go shorter, but
She's going to go shorter.
I'm glad I didn't.
Have you been that short before?
Yeah, I
She was
used to have
going
my
like-
hair like super short.
She's going like midlife crisis short, though. Like short and red. Like hot.
That's what you were going to do?
I was going to go red. Like a
burgundy red. Like deeper, darker than this.
Really?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You almost did it.
I've wanted to do it like for a long time, but
Her hairdresser was like,
The girl that
you've
does
got a
my-
lot of hair right now. That'll be a drastic change.
well, she doesn't know how to do the cut that I wanted to do, and she doesn't know how to do red. So I got to find somebody totally different if I'm going to do that.
Oh, you could go to Montana.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, your sister?
Yeah. We know a gal.
Perfect.
It might be worth the trip, actually.
The maintenance might get rough.
Yeah.
It's a little cold
Traveling
up
back
there.
and forth.
Yeah, it's a
cold up
little
there?
cold right now. Yeah. It's like
The
10
land of
degrees.
Snow and ice and misery.
Yeah, just gloom. Just gray and gloom.
Montana's a
Don't
summer
move
place.
there, people. Don't move there.
Right. You don't want to go. Let's keep
That's
it
a
nice.
summer home place, right?
Yeah. Oh, God. The Summer Lakes up there, it's beautiful.
How are the bugs?
The bugs?
Yeah.
If you're by any sort of water, probably most mosquitoes in the world.
Oh, I thought that was Alaska.
That might be too, but Montana is horrible.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of ponds at my parents' place. So during 4th of July, they have to do the whole spray of the trees and spray all the areas where people are going to be. Wow. I was sending my dad.
Fog 'em?
Yeah. It's like a war up there. But yeah, anyway.
I'm sure that's good for the environment.
Yeah. But I was gone for holidays in Montana, and you guys.
We were gone for the holidays here.
Yeah.
We were here, though.
We were
Although
here.
gone
But that's
because of the chaos.
That's the topic for today, though.
Judas Priest. I hate the end of the year.
Yeah.
It's intense.
It's the worst time of the year.
intense.
Our kids are all happy, like, oh, it's Christmas. I love it. It's so happy. And they're so excited. And you're thinking, how am I going to pull this off?
Yeah.
Like, how am I going to do this year? Every year it seems like, I don't know why. Every year it seems to be the same struggle. Well, but it's not the same struggle. I remember the worst December ever for me was 2012. I lost $60,000 in the month of December.
Jeez.
And I was just trying to open my businesses, get them off the ground running. And everybody's like, why are you grouchy? What's wrong with you? It's the happiest time of the year. I'm like, I don't even know if I'm going to be bankrupt in February, guys. Like, yeah, let's celebrate
not
this
so
crap.
happy.
It's great.
Compared to like a single family, single kid, or maybe two kids, even that sort of time
That's
is
incredible.
it's a struggle,
Right.
And so how do you guys,
How do we pull off Christmas?
7 kids?
Yeah, it's intense.
Lots of Amazon shopping.
You know what?
That's how I survive.
It's hard for me too. The hardest, the one of the slower times of the year for like fourth quarter typically for me is slow just because I'm a pediatric dentist and our business is working with kids and their families. And that time of the year, people are just doing other things with their families and their kids, with the exception of some of Christmas break. Christmas break, it saves our December, but the weeks leading up to Christmas, it's one of the most painfully slow times in the office. So revenue's down. So it's a painful time for me to spend money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's probably slow because people are needing to spend money for themselves too.
Right.
For Christmas.
They have Christmas they got to pull off. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
We had a friend tell us something that was really cool. One of her favorite traditions from when she was growing up. And it really kind of injected life into our Christmas this year. It was kind of the first time I felt like it was actually, the holiday season, the happiness. And really, Christmas, again, we try hard to focus on the meaning of Christmas, why we're celebrating Christmas, to remember the birth of Jesus Christ, rather than the commercialized part of it. But the kids, are all excited about the toys and all that stuff. And we try our best to correlate that. We'll get to that in a minute. But our friend Mandy, she was telling us that her favorite tradition growing up was they would draw names as a family. Mm-hmm. And then whoever name you got, you'd go to Dollar Tree and you had a budget. It was $30 budget. You had a $30 budget at Dollar Tree. And that was what you got to work with to buy the person that you drew gifts for Christmas. So we did that times 9.
Yeah.
Made trips.
Yeah.
Several
About
trips, just
300 presents
time.
from Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
And I think that was one of the kids' favorite thing. They shopping for each other and seeing what they could find that had Dollar Tree that they knew the other person would like, and then wrapping it, putting it all together, and then watching them unwrap it. And
we did make everyone individually wrap all the items, so there was a lot of wrapping to do.
See,
but most items are this big. Or,
I need my parents to watch this because we do. I mean, we have our own, like, our family alone Christmas on the day of Christmas, but the day before for Christmas Eve, we always go to my grandma's house. And some of the other family members come and we do a white elephant, but that is also a $30 budget. Mm-hmm. But sometimes you get some very random gifts.
Yeah.
And we thought about doing the name thing, but we haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
It was totally fun. Our kids loved it. It was really great.
The one thing I don't like about the white elephant thing, just to be honest, is like if I got a really cool gift and I'm happy about it and somebody comes and steals it from me, it makes me mad.
See,
it ruins the freaking thing for me.
My brother would be all about what you're saying right
now. And that's kind of selfish, right? It's kind of selfish. Like the whole point of white elephant gift is to have fun, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But then I get attached to the present, and I think other people do too. And then like they go and they steal, like, oh, I'm gonna steal your.
You steal that, and then you get like a thing of peanuts or something. You know,
right. You're stealing my joy, bro. Like what the heck?
I just gave up a massager and got peanuts.
Yeah. Go take a chance at your own gift. Dang it, I had to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my feeling on white elephant gifts.
Yeah, right.
I liked the drawing the names thing.
That was really cool. Great. As far as like surviving December and how we get through it, I say no to a lot of things, and I'm totally okay. And when it came to shooting the podcast, even we both just got to where like it's too much. So that's why we took a break. We just needed to do that. And
no, it was smart.
And it's okay to say no sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what? Right. And that's one of the things I think is so important too, especially if you're married or if you're in a relationship that means something to you, is you can't say yes to everything. Mm-hmm. Because that means at some point you're saying no to the people you love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if you're just doing so many things that you're just so stressed out, that's not creating the memories that you want for your family. And,
that even includes like going to different Christmas parties or holiday parties. We didn't attend everything that we were invited to because we had to say no because we couldn't.
Right.
Yeah.
We had to manage our time and our resources, and there's only so many weekends in December, and
so you choose the best things and let the rest go.
You only have this time with your kids once.
Yeah. Cause I was thinking about that as you were talking. I'm thinking of your kids in there.
Right.
Those are like core memories that they're making,
Mm-hmm. And I don't know, that really doing that whole Dollar Tree thing, that was their favorite part of Christmas. And they each got 3 gifts, like main gifts from us. Everything else was Dollar Tree stuff.
Yeah.
But they loved it. I think that was their favorite part. Yeah. It was really good. Addison got this sign that says "Following Jesus is my cardio." We were done. Hilarious.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but it was just fun.
Yeah, that's something I remember as a kid. Like my dad went all out for, the whole Santa and the surprise. And he would do I remember one year it was like he took his snow boots and got them muddy. And he did and he tracked like prints in the house. Wow. He took the white cotton and he stuck it on the fireplace as if he Santa
snag coming out.
Yeah. And so I just it's burned in my brain right now, but I just remember waking up. I'm like, oh my God. I was actually here. Yeah. So it's just
let me ask you, Justin, how did you feel when you realized that was all made up?
I was 27. I'm just kidding.
Wait, do you know?
I'm just now finding out.
Did you not see Megamind?
Right.
But that's a good question though, because some parents, I've heard parents say I don't want to lie to my kids, and so their child's 3 years old and there's
no Santa Claus.
Well, the other thing I was also going to ask you guys is, it's hard now with social media and how things get out. So like, is it different now compared to like, when we were growing up? I mean, unless you heard it from somebody at school, or like you're not seeing it on social media that someone's saying it.
Yeah, we're Nazis. Our younger kids don't have access to social media.
Oh, okay. Well,
they don't have phones. They don't have,
not until
they don't have
they're
iPads.
16.
They can surf the internet and look for all the fun stuff with. So, so our older kids that have access to that. I guess we don't have a good answer for you on that. And maybe our audience can help us out with that. Do your kids find out through social media faster about stuff like this? The mysteries of childhood are ruined earlier is our theory through social media, right?
Yeah.
So maybe you guys can comment and let us know about the Tooth Fairy, the Easter Bunny, Santa Claus, all our social legends, right? And when your kids found out and how. And the other question too, I want to throw out to everybody is, is it ethical or unethical to lie to your kids about those things?
See, I don't think it's lying. I think it's just part of the magic of being.
Well, you're not telling the truth.
Well,
this is true, but
you're making them believe a fairy tale.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just playing devil's advocate for a minute.
It's a good question.
I don't have a problem with it. I think it's the magic of being a child.
I think the one Uber driver. Sorry, go ahead.
And how much of that do they have? I mean, think back when you were a kid, like how magical Christmas was. Like, why was it? Like,
it was
because of that, and like all of the like excitement and the fun things that you would do as a family, and like it was a different time to, I don't know, just be innocent and have fun and
right.
It was almost like an escape.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
That's true, huh? Yeah, maybe I should escape more into Christmas.
It was a way for me to envelop my time into something else, because my dad is very Griswold. Mm-hmm. He Clarks out. So
that is a fantastic description. I love it.
I don't really know what it means.
Christmas vacation.
I'll just say that for those people out there like, what?
Christmas vacation, Clark Griswold.
We're gonna have the best looking house in town, Russ. I've always wanted to do this.
It's a lot of lights, Dad.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it's a lot of work too, but if I'm out in the cold and I'm committed to decorating the house, I'm gonna do it right, and I'm gonna do it big.
Our listeners in India are like, Clark Griswold?
Yeah, who is that? He is he goes all out on Christmas. Right. Lights everywhere, the whole lawn ornaments.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I think that would be recognizable. I mean, you could supposedly see that from space, right?
Pretty much. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
But there was also the downside of it is that back when I was a kid, helping him get ready for Christmas, it is dead cold in the middle of winter, snowing,
lots of work.
And we have a very long driveway because we live out in the boonies, and a huge horse pasture that he wants me to line with Christmas lights. So I'm out there as a kid, my hands are freezing, stapling, lights all the way down the driveway.
How do you power all that? We tried to run 2 freaking strings of Christmas lights, and it shorted out half our freaking outlets.
With the rain. I don't know what happened.
It was like every time it rained, the tree's not on. Oh, there goes the fence.
Right.
Nobody else seems to be having these problems. We're gonna have to figure out Christmas a little better next time.
Yeah, we tried, but
let's just pay somebody to do the lights.
Yeah.
I see some lights are still up.
Thanks for bringing that up, bro.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about what day it is.
That's all right. It's real life.
Let's not talk about that it's January 27th and we still have Christmas lights.
Now, my dad keeps the lights on around the gutters. He keeps those year round.
Oh, yeah.
So he doesn't have to redo it.
Nice.
Do you guys take your lights down?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
we take them down.
Okay. I think it's more Montana thing just to keep it up. I don't know. Because
well, it's
one year it took me
honestly.
24 hours. Well, not quite. It was 23 hours. I mean, man hours. Like not just 24 hours in the day. Like it was man hours of 24 hours to hang up Christmas lights just around the outside of the house. And I was like, those are not coming down. I never want to put those back up. Yeah.
So they stayed up.
The wind and gravity had another, idea for me. So they only lasted a year, and then we had to take them down. But they stayed up for a year because I wasn't doing that again.
The tile roof that we have.
Oh my gosh, it was horrible. We had
We've
pigeon blocker
on
in
this
it.
house too, but it just doesn't work to put up lights.
It was ridiculous.
So it was
Really?
ridiculous.
It was ridiculous hard. Anyways, back to the lies and the fairies of the colloquial lies that we tell our kids, right? When we had that one Uber driver, it was like, I ain't lying to my kid. I straight up, my kid's 4 years old. I straight up told him there's no Santa Claus. And I was like, I was crushed for that kid.
Yeah.
Like he was pretty harsh. He was really harsh. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But this is what I think. So a lot of the things we have hype over, like the tooth fairy, for instance. One of the reasons you have the tooth fairy is because you're trying to encourage kids to do the right thing, to wiggle their teeth out. This is one thing I wanted to spell too. There's an urban legend out there in certain cultures, especially it's more prevalent, where grandma tells you, don't wriggle your baby teeth because it makes your permanent teeth crooked. Okay. I don't know what orthodontist paid that grandma off to spread that through their community, but that is making orthodontists tons of money. So the exact opposite of that is true. If you have a baby tooth, if your kid has a baby tooth and that thing's loose, get it out of there as soon as it's loose, because that gives the permanent tooth the best chance to go to the spot it wants to go instead of where it has to go, because your kid won't wiggle your teeth out. And that puts it into the wrong spot every time.
Not to go into a tangent on this.
Well, I'm just saying,
is there a way of removal that you would say not to do?
Anything that's
like the string on the door,
anything
or a
that you wouldn't want done to your face.
Okay.
But what he's
Really,
saying
though.
is like anything is fine, right, to get it out.
Well, then you have these, I'm going to get pliers in the garage. You don't freaking put pliers in your kid's mouth. Yeah. And like, don't rip the tooth out when it's not ready. Like if it's not super wiggly, it's not ready.
Yeah.
You know, so then if you rip it out at that point, then I've seen torn gums, and I've seen people be too aggressive because the parents are so eager to. So there's two extremes, right?
Yeah.
But the worst extreme though is when your kids, sometimes they don't want to touch it because they're afraid it's going to hurt. One of the reasons they're afraid it's going to hurt is because you're stupid the way you talk to your kids about their teeth, and you convince them it's going to hurt. And then you convince them that if they don't take care of their teeth, I'm going to give them a bunch of shots, and then I'm the bad guy. No wonder they're afraid of me when they come in. Stop doing that too. Anyways. But back to telling your kids a story to encourage them to do the right thing. The Easter Bunny came out of the idea of, hey, if we bribe kids to pull their teeth out, they'll do the right thing. They'll be incentivized when their teeth get loose to wiggle them out before they cause a problem by leaving them in too long. You know, that's one of the reasons, like Santa Claus. He's there to give gifts, right? He's representative of, the reason we celebrate Christmas is to celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. Mm-hmm. And in John, 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. He gave us a gift. And that is why we give gifts at Christmas time. They're supposed to represent the gift that God gave to us. And so these legends help reinforce good things. Service, like at Christmas time, doing service for others, doing good deeds for others, being good, like incentivizes kids to be good all year, because then they get rewarded for it. And those things are valuable.
Yeah.
It's Paisley and Brigger honing in on the conversation.
Now, was Valentine's...
Somebody's truck is here, but it's not ours.
Somebody's truck's here, but it's not ours?
Yeah.
Where is it? Check it out.
We're pausing for an intruder. To get back to it.
Would you record that day?
Was Valentine's Day made up
to sell Hallmark cards and chocolate and
commercial
roses?
Holiday, yes.
Yes, there's a commercial holiday every freaking month.
Yeah.
You got St. Patrick's Day, you got Easter.
Hey, St. Patrick's
You got
Day
Memorial
is
Day.
a national holiday.
Hey, I'm not saying I don't celebrate some of these. I'm just saying that just happens to be something you can spend your money on every freaking month of the year.
No, there really is.
And
there's something new every year.
Yeah.
I swear. Every single year, like a month will come up and it'll be like, oh, it's such and such month, or it's such and such day of the month. And I'm like, when did this start?
Yeah.
But now I got to start celebrating it.
It's a new retail holiday. That's when it started.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It's National Pancake Day.
I guess back to the original tangent or the original rant.
Yes.
I don't see it being an evil or nefarious thing to teach your kids our cultural legends that incentivize them to do good.
Yes.
And then you help them understand the truth when they're emotionally mature enough to understand it. Mm-hmm. And you help them understand what your motivations were behind it. And then you bring them in. You bring them in and you help them participate in the traditions on the other side of it with you.
And they love
especially
that.
if you have younger siblings that they can still help.
Yeah. Honestly, that's one of my favorite parts is being part of the tradition now.
Right.
Yeah. So much fun.
But back to, if your kids have loose teeth, encourage them to wiggle it out. Okay. The other thing is, don't make me the bad guy. Don't use the motivation. If you got to go brush and floss, or you got to quit eating that candy, because if you don't, the dentist is going to rip all your teeth out. I hate that phrase. I hear that all the time. Or the dentist is going to give you lots of shots. Well, the reason we have to give you shots is because you are taking care of your kids' teeth. Why don't you tell them that?
Speaking of holidays,
Don't make me the bad guy.
does Halloween, is it more busy for you around that time?
It is busy for us. October's a great month. You know, the day of Halloween is not usually a great day.
Yeah.
Because you have all these Halloween parties at school nobody wants to miss.
Yeah.
We'll miss math tests, but you don't want to miss the Halloween party.
For sure.
So go to the dentist.
No kid wants to go to the dentist during a party.
Yeah, we could get more candy to rot more teeth.
Exactly.
Yeah, right? So, but dude, think about it.
Is
like,
Halloween your most hated holiday?
I don't love Halloween. I guess yes.
It is your most hated holiday.
Yes. But kids, you know, I wish there was another way we could reward kids these days too. Like at school, kid does something great. What do? You give them a piece of candy, right?
Yeah.
Like, why don't we do something that's not bad for their health, not bad for their teeth, and not potentially addictive?
Yeah.
Why don't we give them a book? You know, this is an amazing book. Oh, I love books. Nobody loves books anymore. Why not? Because we're giving out candy all the time.
We've rewarded them in such a negative way for so long. Right. I don't know if we can reward them in any other way now.
Right.
It's so hard to
come on. You just got to get creative.
I mean,
come on.
If you give them a book, it's like giving a kid clothes on Christmas. I love it.
Right.
But a kid's like, oh man, I wanted.
Well, I don't know. Give them a sticker. I don't know. Make them do something. Make something creative. I don't know. You don't have to just give them candy.
Yeah.
You know, like there are more creative ways and better ways to reward and reinforce things.
Yeah.
And I would like to push for that inside. Okay.
Not to
make a change.
Now let's ring it back. I think we.
You want me to stop thinking about teeth, bro? I'm a pediatric. That's what I do.
I know.
Think about teeth. Anyways, I want to hear from you about our content. What do you tell your kids? What traditions do you have? How do you feel about the colloquial legends that we have that go along with those traditions? And
how do you survive the holidays? Make it manageable, because everybody feels it. It's not just because we have a big family. Small families feel it too. There's just so many things to take up your time, and there's a lot of good things, but
we were out one night, and we were stressed, and we're a place we go quite often. And the coach is like, "Hey, what's up? What's wrong with you today?" You know, it's like it's the end of the year, man. He goes, "Everybody's grouchy." He's like, everybody's grouchy right now.
You know what? This was really interesting. In one of our Dollar Tree excursions, I realized later in the day, because I went to Dollar Tree in one day and I went to Costco in one day. When I went to Dollar Tree, people were smiling. They were considerate and happy, and just, I don't know, just overall, they were happy. I went to Costco. People were angry, like you're in my way, like everybody's irritable and in a hurry, and I don't know. I just found that to be interesting.
I think typically the cohort of people that you find at Dollar Tree and the dollar stores typically have less socially, you know, they have less socioeconomic status, and they're more grateful for the things they do have.
That's what I was thinking. More appreciative of the little stuff.
And gratitude is so powerful. Gratitude is so necessary to be happy.
Yeah.
And then when you start getting into the rat race and the keeping up with the Joneses, we hear that one. At least they're trying to keep up with somebody.
We were talking about that.
There's a little value there too. But at the same time, if you're always trying to chase the new trend or chase the new fashion or chase money or, you know, focus on all those things rather than gratitude, you focus on the chase rather than what you're grateful for. It's not necessarily a horrible thing, but it is more stressful. And at the wrong times of the year, I guess that can lead to emotions like that. At not the wrong time of the year, but at these types of times of the year, Christmas, the holidays, Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's great, but you want to focus on gratitude rather than the chase at those times, and so that you can stay sane and enjoy it and not just have it be so stressful.
Yeah,
I think that was a good point. That was a really good point you brought up.
It was interesting, for sure.
All right, so let us know how you holiday, how you survive it. We're gonna wrap this up here.
Yep.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to tune in. Don't forget to clickety-click, like, share, and subscribe. If you found any entertainment or value here, we know your friends will as well. So we appreciate you sharing the show. And we'll see you next time on The Value Script.